Ladies and gentlemen, I know there was a mistake made with the picture on my part for Willie Brown, so I'm going to do this video over again. And the reason why I'm doing it over is because I didn't like the fact that so many people focused on the picture and not enough on what happened to this man. And this is not the same Willie Brown that Kamala Harris dated. This man is 38 years old, so he's way younger, totally different person. And he should never have gone out the way that he did. So, as we know, this is his GoFundMe. And what I will do is I will leave the link to his GoFundMe in the description box. As you can see on the screen, I made a donation. And, my prayers going out to his family, especially his children who don't have their father anymore. And over what? And this is right there in Sacramento, California, California that claims to be a very liberal state, which is just turning out to be just another racist location in America and nothing more than that. So many of you know there are no brain activities at this time. He's on a ventilator. This man was hung at a park on the rim of a basketball court. Wow. This is just a tragedy, just like many of the other hangings in America is a complete tragedy. And we know this is going to go unsolved. Ladies and gentlemen, never forget this one thing. Every single one of these Black men that are found hanging are always in locations where there's no cameras. This is not a coincidence. It's not. Okay. Many cities and towns across this country got cameras everywhere. But by chance, it's always a situation where these Black men, and there's been a few Black women too, are always at a location where it just don't seem to be any cameras around. Now, who in the city would know where the cameras are and where they aren't? People that work for the local government, they know where the cameras are and they know the locations where there are no cameras. Don't be fooled by this for one moment. These are deliberate acts. These are not suicides. They're trying to play us for fools as usual, which they have done all throughout history. Think they are just outsmarting us by telling us things that we know don't even sound right. The chances of a Black man going out through suicide by lynching himself is downright laughable. There are so many ways to kill yourself, but a Black man is going to kill himself the way that historically white mobs have killed him throughout history. It is just not even logical for anybody to believe that. Black men are not lynching themselves in the same manners that white mobs did it to them. It is just not happening. There are, how easy it is just to take a bunch of pills and end it all, or even shoot yourself. But you're going to choose hanging? Come on. No, especially for a Black man. Not even believable, y'all. Not even believable. But this is what they expect us to believe, because if it's ruled attempted suicide or a suicide, because this man is still living, he's on a ventilator, but no response. It's easy to say suicide because then they don't have to spend any time on investigating anything. They don't have to implicate anybody as a suspect. So it eliminates everything. And whoever did it, they're free. They're free. Ladies and gentlemen, just like no one got in trouble for lynching Black men and women in the past, they're going to go above and beyond to make sure they don't get in trouble here in 2020 either. You know, these folks never change. They just repeat the same cycle over and over again because they don't know what else to do. They don't have the ability to do anything different. Remember, these are the greatest duplicators on earth. Although I think the Asians are actually better at it, and the Asians been around longer. But these people are the best duplicators. And if they weren't that, why do we keep seeing them repeat the same thing over and over and go through the same cycles? I mean, even their recessions are duplicates of each other. If you go and look at all of the financial crashes in this country, they're very similar to each other. The recessions are very similar to each other. They don't change. They don't change. But, ladies and gentlemen, my heart goes out to this family. You know, I don't know what Willie Brown Jr. was as a man when he was alive, but I certainly know that his life should not have ended this way. He shouldn't be on a ventilator. He should be enjoying his life with his children. But at this time, he can't do it. And, you know, as far as waiting for the police investigation, the police are just sitting there waiting for the right time to come out and say it was an attempted suicide. You know, we know what these folks are going to do before they even do it. They don't want a federal investigation. And they didn't even want an investigation done back in the day. But one thing we do know, all throughout history, many innocent people have been hung. You know, I watched a show back in, it must have been in the early part of 2000. And the FBI went back and investigated the old lynchings that took place, and the accusations that were made against the person that was killed. And in all of the cases, ladies and gentlemen, they said they have found no evidence of a crime being committed. So that right there just pretty much verify they lynched our people for sport. Making up a crime just justified it for them. That is sick. It's sick. It's the kind of sickness I want no part of. So, as you can see, lynching is not the thing of the past. It is very much alive and well in 2020, and it will be alive and well in 2021. Because as these things continue to happen, you're going to have the same faces historically justifying the whole thing to you. Oh, well, that was a suicide. Sandra Bland, wow, that was a suicide. Yeah, and you notice they put her in the part of the prison where there's no cameras. Just notice that consistency. Whenever, even if you're behind bars, they will take you to a location in that prison where nobody can see who's in that cell with you and who did anything to you. Nothing has changed. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want what happened to this man to get lost on a wrong picture that was posted by me. I want you to focus on what happened to him and, you know, and what his family is going through right now. Just looking at these pictures, his children were all young, you know, at an age where they really needed their father and needed his time and attention. And it's so unfortunate that as young as they are, they don't really have him anymore. They said right now there is, his lungs are functioning with the help of a ventilator, but there's no brain activity. So to his family, you know, I will definitely keep you in my prayers. And I'm glad they went beyond that gold. And, the goal was $7,500. I'm glad they went past that amount. And if you're able to give to this family, do so. If you can't give, you know, when it comes down to healing and prayer, you can do that as well if you don't have the funds to give. I understand we're all in very different financial circumstances. But y'all, please tell me what you think. And I want to thank Strategic Warrior in Training for putting the GoFundMe in the comment section of my other video. I'm going to go ahead and unlist that video since it's not the correct photo. But ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.